Y'all know what I'm saying? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mickal, and that's aka Mr. Nappy here. But look, we got the full story of Notti and Osama. If you're new, man, hit that like button, subscribe, and share, man. Let's get into it. We're on the road to 630 subs. Let's get into it, though. My bad. My bad, y'all. My bad.
In 2022, a 14-year-old boy was stabbed in the subway station in New York City.
After a teenager was stabbed to death, a 15-year-old boy has been charged with killing another teen on a subway.
The death of Ethan Reyes has left a massive impact on the drill music scene, skyrocketing his brother's career and even having a TikTok dance that mocks his passing go viral. But the story behind this unfortunate event lies the truth about the deadly gang wars that are happening in Harlem and the Bronx.
What do you think was like the first moment where you started getting like a lot of traction?
When my little brother died, when his death caught the attention of mad people.
See, now right there, some people said he possibly, sacrificed his brother for fame. I mean, I don't know how, but hey, Dito's time is up. Then he's doing this for his brother. He's living through his brother. Then he said only reason why he's keep on doing this is because of his brother or something like that. But his brother Notti was a good rapper too, though. Notti was actually a good rapper. It was just sucks that he was only 14 and passed away, bro. Like I feel like if he was here now, he'll be up there with Didi and Dida. Like I'm trying to tell you, bro. He was actually good. Like the songs he already had out, he was actually good at rapping. It's just the game life. It just it is what it is. RP to him, man. Let's get back into this video.
First time I heard Notti, bro, he was like, I'm gonna be a rapper now. I was like, what are you talking about?
David Reyes, who we now know as Didi Osama, was born and raised in Harlem, New York alongside his 5 siblings, 1 sister and 4 brothers, but 2 of them specifically played a huge role in who he is today. Among those brothers was Ethan, who was later known as Notti Osama, and then there's J-Star Bala, who was their older brother. When it comes to Didi Osama's upbringing, you have to understand the impact that Notti had on him. Although a year apart, the 2 were basically like twins, and they did everything together. They moved around a lot to various homes in Harlem while growing up. Although they never stayed in one place for too long, to them Sugar Hill was always home, and this is where they would make a name for themselves. Their mom was working in real estate while trying to provide for all of her children, and their father was absent, but they did have a stepdad who tried to fill that role. Despite this, they always had each other, and there was always one thing they shared a common interest in, that was rapping. But far before any of them would step into a booth, they were already experiencing the trauma of growing up in a rough environment.
A lot outside, no punch and push. Me and the bros bugging. Niggas just bugging when he was younger.
Oh, let's do it. Oh, let's do it. Come on now.
By the time Didi and Notti were in their early teens, they had both already jumped off the porch. We're talking about 12 and 13 years old on the streets of Sugar Hill, smoking weed and raining havoc, all while repping a set known as OY. OY is a gang said to have been created by a man named Country Kane, as some knew him. It's rumored he was a prolific drug dealer at one point. He had ties to just about every rapper from Harlem and was the creator of the slogan, Sugar Hill Get the Money, that you still hear to this day. Needless to say, Country Kane would not live to see what's become of Sugar Hill and the drill scene it's now involved in. On a Sunday morning in 2018 around 2 a.m., he was eating at a chicken spot when a hooded man barged in and shot him in the head. According to the authorities, this murder is still unsolved to this day, or it's possible the streets have already taken care of it. But this is just one death, and there are countless more that are the reason for the many beefs that are active in Harlem and the Bronx today, creating a never-ending cycle of retaliation and hatred. This is the environment Didi and Notti grew up in, so like many others, they were desensitized at a young age to the consequences of this lifestyle until they experienced it themselves, and music quickly became their therapy. Didi, Notti, and J-Star would all start rapping in a homemade studio at their grandma's house.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first tried music, I was 12. Yeah, I was there 12.
Eventually, J-Star got his own place, so they would upgrade their equipment and start recording there. J-Star was the first one to start rapping and releasing music in 2020, but he wasn't breaking through on anything major. This was inspiring for Didi and Notti though, as they were watching their older brother and learning the game. It's also important to mention around this time, 2 other names started popping up. Those 2 people were E-Dot Baby.
You guys know it's crazy. Notti, Didi, his brother Jason, and there's another one. They all can rap. Bro, they all can rap and they all nice at rapping. They're literally all nice at rapping, which is crazy. Then you had E-Dot, like, bro, RP E-Dot, man. E-Dot is a pioneer that pretty much set for Harlem, for the Harlem from them, the Sugar Hill. He's like the first person really to put them on the map. And E-Dot was a good ass rapper too, man. RP him, bro. I still listen to his music, bro. His music is fire, bro. Alright, I'll be honest, but his best song to me was Geek. Geek W song.
Baby and Sugar Hill D-Dot. E-Dot Baby was already making a name for himself online. Being young and already pulling in a substantial amount of views, E-Dot Baby was paving the way for the younger generation, and he already had some clout. Seeing his success only made them want to hop in the booth as well, and he showed them love by featuring them in some of his music videos before they were known. This would later down the road make a huge impact, but we'll get to that later. Shortly after, Notti started recording songs, and following suit, Didi joined them. Together, they agreed to take this music shit serious, and if they were gonna do it, they were gonna go all the way. They were ready to knock down anything in their path, but it wouldn't be easy.
Like, it was like, nah, I wanna ride with y'all, like, all gonna go out, like, all just gonna go out.
When Notti and Didi hopped in the studio, they made it clear from the start they wanted smoke with everybody. Although young, the two were talking like grown men on tracks, often mocking the death of their ops.
I said niggas, they get out their way. You or your homie get shot in your face.
On a song titled What You Wanna Do, Notti took shots at K-Flock in his set Sev Side DOA with these lyrics. As we know, at the time, K-Flock was blowing up and was arguably the biggest rapper coming out of the Bronx, but that didn't stop the 14-year-old from dissing him. Later on their song Dead Ops, they said, he can get shot if he hop like a bunny. A diss to the YGs, and if you don't know who the YGs are, you might be aware of their most popular rapper, D-Thing.
Yep.
Needless to say, Didi, Notti, and D-Dot were all on the come up together, even referring to themselves as the 3 young demons of Sugar Hill.
Yo, we still the three demons. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Still the 3 demons. Notti with us. Still with us. 3 demons still.
Their views were already hitting in the 100K range, and the shock factor of how young and wild they were.
But it's crazy. D-Dot's up. Didi's up. He was supposed, bro, I'm trying to tell you, I'm not lying. They part, I'm like no glaze and nothing. Them 3 probably could have been like a new trail. They probably could have made their own group, drop a song. They probably could have like, I know I'm being so serious. Now how 4-1 with them, with Jen Carter, Tata, and Courage, that's what they could have been. I'm not even joking. That's what Notti, D-Dot, and Sugar and Didi and D-Dot. I think it's them 3. Like, I'm not lying. Them, trust me, they was going up. Both of them are up, but it's just Notti's not here no more. And if Notti was here, he'll be up there too. Like, he'll be up there. I'm not like, come on. He was good at rapping.
Was what caught people's attention.
Video 100K, 3 days. Like, what's next?
Millions. Nah, real shit. Mills. Next is Mills.
But if beefing with 2 of the Bronx's most notable rappers, K-Flock and D-Thing, wasn't enough, they also had issues with the group known as 41. 41 isn't a gang, but rather a group of rappers, and the story goes like this. 41 ended up linking up with a guy known as Blockwork. Blockwork was an OY member like Didi and Notti. The problem was he was allegedly labeled as a snitch for ratting on his friends, and they didn't like that they were still hanging around him. This led to Notti and Didi recording a song titled 41K addressing the situation, insulting 41 for the link up, but keep in mind they didn't release it right away. Then on the same song he mentions a clear insult to an OG's affiliate named Smelly and YG's member Raw G's. Smelly was just 17 years old when he was killed over a dispute over a bike, unfortunately being stabbed 14 times in his chest and dying. The other person mentioned was Raw G's, who had a similar story. While getting into an Uber to go to a studio session, Raw G's was killed at a red light. 2 kids on scooters rolled up and shot him in the back seat, killing him instantly. As I mentioned, the song was recorded, but actually hadn't been released
I saw
yet.
the video too.
Before it came out, unfortunately, Notti Osama would share a similar fate to the very people he mocked.
Approximately 3 p.m., officers from Transit District 3 responded to a 911 call for a fight. Officers encountered a 14-year-old male bleeding from his stomach.
Oh my gosh.
On July 11, 2022, Notti and Didi were out and about in Harlem. At some point, Didi told Notti he wanted to go back to the block, but Notti insisted on staying out.
Damn, bro.
Around 3 p.m., Notti was walking nearby the 137th Street College Station subway entrance. That's when he spotted Kelvin Martinez, who's also known as rapper K-Dot and a known op to Notti. Allegedly, Notti was the aggressor in this situation, and he approached K-Dot with a broomstick. Inevitably, the two would begin a fight, and it spilled into the subway station. Notti cornered K-Dot and beat him with the broomstick, but at some point, K-Dot pulled out a knife and stabbed Notti in the stomach. While feeling the effects of the adrenaline, Notti then threw K-Dot into the train tracks before attempting to run for the exit. After losing too much blood, he collapsed on the scene.
That's like, even regardless if he was the aggressor, he was still 14, bro. And I know he was part of the street life, but bro, 14, bro, he didn't even like, bro, he wasn't able to like go to high school, bro. None of that. High school, bro. Playing sports, like, bro, it's just crazy, bro. And then his adrenaline, he collapsed and he lost a lot of blood. I feel like if he didn't probably stayed, he probably it was the blood loss. It was the blood loss, bro. Once you lose a lot of blood, it's crazy, man. R.I.P. bro. R.I.P. Notti, bro. He would have been. He was young.
He was
man.
transported to Mount Sinai Hospital and treated for stab wounds, but he wouldn't make it. He was just 14 years old. K-Dot would be apprehended just hours later after also being treated for wounds to his back and hip. The weapons used in the altercation were seized by law enforcement and used as evidence, and K-Dot was being charged for the murder. The death of Notti made a huge impact on the whole Sugar Hill community, but especially for his brothers Didi and J-Star. After hearing the news of their brother, Didi stated he didn't even want to rap anymore, but because he knew how much it meant to Notti, he had to keep going and keep his brother's name
I told you
alive.
in the Ellen
You
video.
know, ever since his
That's why he
passing,
kept on going.
you just stopped kind of caring about like being a rapper or like being famous.
Like, it's not like that I don't care about it. Gotta do it. I mean, I gotta do it for bro, but it's just that it don't faze me. Like, money, the fame, all of this shit don't faze me. It don't feel like it's how I was supposed to feel, gang. So, I'm supposed to feel good about it. I ain't supposed to be with bro. It's not with bro, so I don't feel good about it.
I'ma spin through the stuff, I'ma catch me behind me, catch me. Get left in the lobby, catch me. I'ma tell them to run, catch them.
Now everything had a whole new meaning for him, and this was the beginning of their new slogan, Everything for Notti. While Sugar Hill mourned his passing, his ops wasted no time in dissing him. Surprisingly, K-Dot, who took his life, was not one of those people, even trying to pay his respects in this video by stating he doesn't want to be known for Notti's death.
I'm gonna make one thing known. I don't gotta diss baby bro to get fame. I don't wanna be known to do that. You are that corny to me. I'm not ever gonna do all that.
On the other hand, the group named 41 that they had problems with even took it as far as releasing a song titled Naughty Bop. Not only was this a diss to his death, but it even included its own dance with the same name. The Naughty Bop went viral, gaining millions of plays, even becoming a dance trend on TikTok, before I think many people actually knew the meaning behind it. Average Joes were online doing a dance that imitated Notti being stabbed in the stomach, with zero awareness of the disrespect. Of course, Dougie B and Sefside DOA joined in on the trend too. All this attention around Notti's death would spike his reputation, as like with other rappers. When you pass, now everyone wants to check out your music. His name, alongside Didi, would start to go viral, and Didi talked about how this made him feel guilty. They were already on the path to becoming stars, but with his brother's death, it sped that process up by 10 times. A blessing and a curse.
God really just cursed me. Gave me a gift at the same time, but...
Not only that, but he now lives with the guilt that maybe if he hadn't left that day, his brother might still be around.
So like that, bro, he can't really blame himself because even Notti didn't even know that was going to happen to him, bro. Bro, life is unexpected. You don't really know when you're gonna pass away, bro. Life is unexpected. You come into his life, you come into his life on a day you was born, and when it's your time to pass, It can be any day, bro. It can be at nighttime. Everybody has an expiration date. It is what it is, man. But it's just crazy, bro. R.I.P. Notti, man. He would have been a good ass rapper, bro. Like for real.
With the spotlight now on him, Diddy released 2 songs in tribute to his brother, and both of them gained millions of views, just like they had set out to do, but at what cost? D-Dot would also see a massive spike in success around the same time, and together with Diddy they would keep releasing music as their popularity increased daily. Keep in mind, this is all within 6 months of even starting their rap careers. But even after losing his brother to the violence, Diddy is not exactly a victim himself, and he continued to mock his ops' deaths as well. After one named Matty G supposedly passed away from an overdose, D-Dot and Diddy were on Instagram Live with 5,000 people watching, dancing and celebrating his death like it was a birthday party.
Matty dead, yeah, that is dead, Matty dead. He all in my sleeve, that dead.
All of this just to later find out that Matty G's had actually trolled them and was in fact alive and well. At this point, everybody was moving crazy, and despite the money and fame that was being earned, in reality, none of them were safe in their own city. But things only kept getting worse. If losing his brother wasn't enough, just months later, tragedy would strike again when his good friend E-Dot Baby also passed away. Remember, E-Dot was the first young kid to put on for the drill movement, and he was the first one to give these guys part of his own spotlight before they had any clout. In addition, he stood by Diddy and supported him after Notti's death, so this especially hurt him. The details behind E-Dot Baby's passing are still unclear. It's said he took his own life because of the weight he was holding on to, but many people don't believe that.
I still don't believe, because I was with bro a couple days before that. My mans is lit. Why would he want the ops smoking on him, bro? My son is really a lit. He the first little in drill period from Harlem to the Bronx to be lit. He the first to get a deal and get 40,000. My son did not do that, bro.
Adding more confusion, E-Dot's niece later came out saying his girlfriend may have stolen his chain, money, and gun, just adding more suspicion to what actually might have happened. Regardless, Didi Osama was mourning the death of 2 people close to him, while still trying to balance out all the fame. Dropping track after track, Didi inevitably gained the attention of a few record labels who were now calling and offering bags of money for his signature. This is all without dropping a full-length project. Since then, he's moved his mom into a new home where his family can hopefully escape the violence. In this interview from a few months ago, Didi spoke about wanting to work with Lil Durk and Lil Zay Osama.
The GOATs, I personally think is GOATs in this rapping shit. Durk, Lil Zay Osama.
Even trolling his fans in another video saying he already had a song with Durk coming soon.
But just know, Didi and Durkio coming real soon.
It was later.
Didn't Durk like co-sign him or something? Didn't he get co-signed by Durk and them? I know he been on tour with Durk and shit.
It revealed to be a joke, but just months later, both Durk and Lil Zay Osama would bring Didi and D-Dot out at their show. Although it's not a feature, it's still crazy to see how far these guys have come in less than a year on the music scene. Now he's selling out his own shows, modeling for Drake's clothing brand and working with mainstream artists, and he plans on dropping his first mixtape this year. After the fame and money, there was a brief moment that Didi and D-Dot had a small falling out. After Rolling Loud posted this image on Instagram showing that Didi would be performing at their show in LA, D-Dot simply replied with some laughing emojis. Fans speculated D-Dot was upset that Didi would accept a show without helping him get on the list as well, which is understandable since the two have been together since the start of this journey. D-Dot addressed this by posting this message stating it's between him and his brother, but shortly after, Didi posted a video that said otherwise. In the end, the misunderstanding was quickly resolved, and they have since made it clear that they're going to take this to the top together.
D-Dot my brother. Who telling me what? D-Dot my brother.
Now that they're both in positions to win, we can hope that they're able to stay out of trouble and focus on making money for everyone around them. From the streets of Sugar Hill to the big stage, they really did everything they said they were going to do for Notti.
Do what you want to do what you love, gangster. If you want to rap. You wanna do that, so I mean, do whatever you love. Keep your head up, gangster. A lot of shit going on.
Hey man, that was a good video documentary, man. Thank you to Public X. D Dot, keep going. Sugar Hill, D Dot, DD, keep going, man. Do this for your friend, your brother. You guys got some good music. If you guys like this video, man, please like, subscribe, share, man, and I'll see you guys in to the next one.